and I want to give away my absolute super enthusiasm to talk to you, my friend, because you do something, Alpin Hong, you do something that I think we all so desperately need in our schools. What's going on with the arts and music that you're teaching, but they're not teaching in most schools?
You know, what's really funny is I think it's not so much, I've realized that what I'm teaching is not different than anything that their teachers do every single day. But I think it's the approach and the fact that it's coming from somebody outside the experience. You know, you can hear you can be educated by your teacher, and they can tell you to, you know, play in tune and to practice a lot. But sometimes when it comes from somebody that maybe you connect with a little bit, it has an impact that's a little bit more immediate than you might have. So the approach I have, of course, is introducing classical music to kids, and this is, of course, in an era where there's so many different types of entertainment, is to, I believe that Beethoven, Chopin, Mozart can be understood through the music of popular movies, television shows, and video games.
How do you get them, though? How do you get them to appreciate those names versus Justin Bieber and Jay-Z and the people that they know instantly and admire?
It is very difficult because, unfortunately, Beethoven does not have as vibrant a TV persona as Jay-Z and Justin Bieber do. You know, but I think essentially that what the power of music comes through its ability to change your emotions, right? And you know, it being the basis and the background of so many things, it's always going on in the back of their heads. It's always a background to their lives, and I think the purpose is to show that these you know, the type of music changes emotions greatest. All these traditions have been there for hundreds of years, and you know, even for adult audiences, the realization that music is about emotion, you know, unrequited love. Who doesn't understand unrequited love? I haven't met a single person that managed to hook up with every person that they were into, you know, triumph over adversity. And these are universal emotions, especially in high school when, you know, hormones are running rampant. And, you know, I know that the audience I'm speaking to is, you know, the only thing to think about is, you know, what does that boy like? What, does that boy like me? Does that girl like me? But to know that, you know, these kinds of, you know, higher emotions are in Chopin, they're in Beethoven, and to look for it. Beethoven, for example, there would be no Darth Vader if there was not Beethoven.
Oh, tell me why.
Well, you know, that Imperial March theme that everybody knows these days. I mean, you know, there was a generation that everyone knew dum ba ba bum, right? But now everybody knows dum bum 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 ba bum bum ba bum. And I was saying that even if you're, you know, born in a cave, never heard of Star Wars in your life, never heard of Darth Vader, that if that music were to come on, there's that emotional response that the villain is coming on. You know, I told them, you know, SpongeBob is not about to dance on the screen, right? So, and conversely, of course, you know, you can imagine Darth Vader, cloaked in black, Dark Lord of the Sith, crushes people to death with his fingers, not the nicest guy. You know, if he or Freddy Krueger or Michael Myers or any of these characters appear on the screen and the music to SpongeBob were to appear, it would not have the same emotional effect.
And this is how you teach, but where do you teach and where do you perform?
Oh, Pat, it's great that you're asking me that question, because next week I'm going to play in the final 50th state. I'm going to be finishing off the continental United States next week in Alaska. Last week was Hawaii. Last year was Hawaii, number 49, and next week will be 50.
Well, what have you been doing here in the Valley, though?
In the Valley, I'm working with 3 high schools: Basha High School, Chandler High School, and Perry High School, working with actually 5 groups, 3 student orchestras and 2 choirs. And what we're going to do is on Friday afternoon, we are presenting assembly performance, an afternoon performance at noon, for right now about 800 school kids, elementary and junior high school kids. And in the evening, I'm going to be presenting a formal concert with 2 of the ensembles.
Where?
At the Chandler Center for the Arts.
I'm glad that you got that location in, because those are the good folks who sent you to us. Once again, repeat for the audience, because that went by real fast.
All right.
Where that general public performance?
The general public is performance is at the Chandler Center for the Arts, right in the middle of downtown Chandler. And I just went to the hall for the first time yesterday. This absolutely magnificent place to watch a concert. You know, just pristine acoustics. And I'll tell you that this show, if you've never been to any type of classical performance in your life, this is the one to go to.
When you are in concert, and when is that concert, by the way?
Friday night.
Okay.
This Friday night.
All right, so make your plans, particularly when you find out that this is a man who had the gall and temerity to think that 800 students, elementary school students and middle school students, were going to pay attention to him. And apparently, they
Arrogant,
do.
I know.
Well, but I mean, when you walk in, you say, okay, we're going to be talking about Mozart.
Right.
Right. A 13-year-old guy says, I would really rather not do that.
You know, and I don't, yes, I could come in and be like, let's talk about 19th century or Renaissance opera. Yes, and that, you know, that will cause, you know, 98% of the world to fall asleep. But, you know, the way I do it is that first of all, I introduce myself, right? I say, like, look, yes, I'm here a classical pianist, I'm here to play a concert, but I didn't know I was going to be this growing up. When I was a young kid, I actually aspired to be a ninja. You know, and you know, and then of course later I tell them that, you know, how my career included, you know, skateboarding and rollerblading and all these kinds of things. And I think I think with young kids, the key is first of all, if you can make them laugh, you have their respect. And once you have their respect, you can teach them anything.
Now, very quickly, because we are out of time.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the Leonard Bernstein children's concerts that he did on television?
Absolutely.
What an amazing breakthrough that was. And you're doing it now.
You know, I don't know if I can put myself in the same camp as Leonard Bernstein, that great genius.
Alpin and Lenny.
Oh.
I can see it now.
With modern computer technology, it can be done.
Friday night at the Chandler School for the Arts. No, it's not the Chandler School for the Arts.
Yes.
It's the Chandler the Chandler Center for the Arts and all kinds of arts. But Alpin Hong has been already teaching your kids to appreciate what he's going to be doing in concert that night. We have further education coming up. Not necessarily in the arts, but you'll find out when you stay with us on the McMahon Group.